Hello guys, this is Donald's Movies, and welcome to the 11th episode of the Races of Azeroth series. In this one, I will be covering the Giants. In the game, literally every big creature can be considered a giant, such as the Wildkin or the Ogres, but in this one, I'm just going to be covering the giants that were created by the Titans in order to shape Azeroth as it is. So, without further ado, let's just get into the lore. Ages ago, when the Titans came to the world, Azeroth looked a lot different and was way more chaotic. In order to shape it and make a good place for life, they needed help. The Titans created many of the giant races, and each of them had their own purpose. The sea giants, they shaped the waters, while the mountain giants shaped the mountains, and so on and so forth. The giants were immortal, and they didn't suffer from issues such as aging or disease. However, they couldn't reproduce, which is why so little of them actually remained, because most of them were wiped out during the First Burning Legion invasion. They helped during the War of the Ancients, but not because they liked the Night Elves or any other race in fact, but because it was their duty to protect the world as Titanic creations. Again, they joined the fight with the Night Elves, but only because they were the strongest local force fighting the Burning Legion, but unless there is a threat to the world, you wouldn't really see them collaborating with other races. All of the giants speak the Titan language and possibly a language called the Giant language. However, it is said that the Giant language is just a different variation of the Titan language. Some giants can also speak the Night Elven language or Common depending on who they're working with, but usually they don't really bother with learning languages of other races. Currently, there are many different variations of the giants, and there are a lot of speculations going on as we don't really know the origin for all of them, so I'm just going to cover the most popular ones and the ones that we have full information on. First would be the Sea Giants. They were created long ago in order to shape the seas and serve as guardians of the coastlines and oceans. In most cases they're hostile, even though they aren't exactly evil creatures. The reason for this is because they don't really follow any laws of the so-called land dwellers, and they see ships and travelers as dangerous to the ocean and as trespassers. They also battle the Naga as they see them as their main enemy, as the Naga have an entire kingdom underwater and they're constantly corrupting the ocean. The sea giants themselves can be anywhere from 8 to 30 feet in height and can weigh anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20,000 pounds. After the sea, we have the mountain giants. They're the ones that mostly help the Night Elves during the second invasion and still help them from time to time to get rid of the remnants of the Burning Legion. Their original purpose was to shape mountains, and at one point they roamed all throughout the world, crafting peaks and carving valleys of Azeroth. At this point today, very few of them remain after the 2 Burning Legion invasion, and usually they're very isolated creatures that like to keep to themselves. Unlike the sea giants, they are more gentle, but once they get angry, almost nothing can really stop them. Their body is made of hard stone covered with moss, and not many weapons can actually penetrate their hard stone shell, so they use this to their ability to go into the front lines and absorb all the incoming damage. Just like the sea giants, they can reach big heights, as on average they're about 20 feet tall and can weigh somewhere around 12,000 pounds. Next to the mountain giants, we have the different variation called the frost giants. They're very much like the mountain giants, but they're much more aggressive and dangerous. They can be found in cold and frozen areas of Azeroth such as Winterspring, and their exact purpose isn't really certain, but it is speculated that they were created in order to shape cold regions of Azeroth covered with ice and snow. As the other giants, their average height is 20 feet and they can weigh up to 15,000 pounds. The frost giants are very strong and smart, and they like to fight in range by throwing boulders from a distance if they have an advantage, but once they realize they have an opening for melee combat, they usually just rush in, completely smashing and destroying their enemies. And that is mostly for all of the known Titan creation giants. There are many others such as the Molten Giants who serve Ragnaros, and they can be found in extremely warm places such as Molten Core, even though it is said that they're being summoned from Firelands, making their true origin very unclear. There are also the Colossi, which can be seen on Azeroth and in Northrend and also on Outland, giving to the entire Titans on Draenor theory much more recognition. Alright, that is all here for this video. Now, I am aware that they didn't cover the Ice Storm Fire Giants and all the others recently created from Northrend, but that is mainly because I plan to cover them all in my upcoming Titan series. Anyway, do leave your suggestions on what you would like to see on the channel, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, as it really helps with the channel and keeps all these videos going. And thanks a lot for taking time out of the day to watch this video, and see you next time.